Fresh off the FedEx truck, it is The Flash from Warner Brothers. At one point, I think this was supposed to be titled Flashpoint. I think one way or another they kind of knew from the beginning that this was going to change the DC extended universe, for better or for worse. Of course, during the making of the movie, pretty much, I think when kind of James Gunn took over, the DCEU, and what you get for better or for worse is what you get in the movie. Plot wise, Barry, the Flash, wants to go back before his mom died and kind of stop it. The Ben Affleck Batman warns him that you can't mess with such things because, if you mess with time, you can just screw up everything. Of course, Barry don't listen. He does this thing he does that makes time reverse. But when he goes back in time, there's two of him there. Batman is now the Michael Keaton Batman that you remember from the old Batman movies. And Zod is about to invade and also changing up from the original timeline of the DCEU. Instead of Superman that is there, when Zod's there, it's now Supergirl. So that's what it is. There's some funny parts of this. There's some really good parts of this, but then there's also it's kind of a mess in some parts because they changed the ending several times, and the ending that they ended up going with, me, in my personal opinion, I feel like kind of waste Michael Keaton a little bit, and I think kind of wasted Supergirl, which is not a bad Supergirl, although I'm kind of fond of the other Supergirl that was in the regular TV show. But it plays out like it plays out, and at the end of the day, things get kind of weird at the end. But action-wise, it's fun. It's got your typical comedy stuff going on that all superhero movies have. It looks great in 4K. You can't complain about that. And it's always good to see Michael Keaton back as Batman, even if it's, I guess, temporary, or I don't know. But you get all this stuff. You get featurettes that make you The Flash, Return of Michael Keaton as Batman. You get like some The Flash Escape Midnight Circus. I haven't popped the disc yet. I watched the Voodoo code, but yeah, that's there. But like I said, it looks good on Voodoo with my very fast fiber wire internet, so I can imagine that the disc also looks pretty clean as well. Which, I mean, why would it not? But there's what the disc looks like. Yeah, this is going to be available soon. Reviewers are just now getting it. That's why I got it. 3.5 out of 5 for me, because it hits like the marks that it needs to hit, but at the same time it misses some marks as well. And I kind of, like, I've heard an original ending, and I'm not going to say here because I won't spoil it. Kind of wish it had went with that, because kind of like to have seen Ben Affleck stick around a little bit too, and definitely Michael Keaton. I kind of like to have both of them, but this one throws you a bit of a curveball. Plus now, since like Superman, the real Superman that we're used to now, is gone, and all that, I guess, maybe gone in this too. We'll just have to see what happens when James Gunn starts making these things. But as of this, it's okay, but it's not as great or epic as it could have been.